hello and welcome back to another episode of the Us 3 podcast. I am here with Jonny Chick.
Hello.
And Josh Bailey.
Sup?
How are you both? Are you all okay?
Shite, but no, are we allowed to swear? No. Are
yeah,
we?
Of course we are.
No, we are. Sorry. But we'll get on to that later, I'm sure.
I said, of course we are. Like swearing's like
looking forward to Leeds, John, and Reading.
Depends what you mean, because Leeds v Reading is a championship game, which I don't think will happen for a number of years.
That's the wrong podcast.
It's the wrong podcast, but do subscribe to that one because we're definitely using it.
Okay, enough about
anyway,
you.
Anyway, we're in for a very.
You didn't ask me how I was. I didn't get to say how I was.
Oh,
you asked me, but I didn't get to say.
How are you, Josh?
I'm good.
Good. Right. So we're here today on a very special episode of the Us 3 podcast. We thought we're going to delve into the news a bit later on when we talk about Shithouse of the Week and the board picks, but we're going to talk about conspiracy theories this week. Mm-hmm. So something a bit different. We've all researched 2 conspiracy theory topics each, and we're going to go into them, and we're obviously going to discuss and give our opinion on whether or not we believe in them. And of course, as well, like always, leave your thoughts in the comments, because we know we get loads of comments on this podcast.
As always.
They're all your friends, Kai, that like want to come onto the podcast.
You interactive bunch. Oh.
Anyway, yeah, so John, do you want to go first?
No.
Okay, Josh, do you want to go first?
No.
I'll go first then. So we'll start with the big one.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Thanks for watching.
Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. No, I'm joking. So the first one I looked at was the Egyptian pyramids. So everyone knows about the Egyptian pyramids and the conspiracy theory behind them being and how they were built.
I mean, I don't know, Carl. Please tell me.
To be honest, generalise everyone. I could not tell you, to be honest.
Really?
No. But was it something to do with dinosaurs, or am I trying?
Do you not know? Well, okay, that's fine then. That's good. At least I'm preaching to an audience that doesn't know. It's fine. So basically, in the pyramids, there are a few like older ones around not the older ones, sorry, newer ones around the edges, but they're clearly not as well built. They're all like broken down and everything. And there's 3 main ones, which are the 3 main pyramids, and they're really well built. They're still in like the full form, very not much damage.
Good on them.
If they were to do like a building survey,
yes,
and they'd give out 10 out of 10 with that. They'd
find
nothing wrong.
Maybe not 10, but
solid foundation.
They're like fine wine, just grow with age.
Yeah.
Really,
so basically, anyway. They're used to apparently to store the bodies of ancient like Egyptian kings and queens, like Tutankhamun, people like that. And apparently they're built up of millions and millions and millions of stones, and they reckon that each one weighs around 2 tons each. And
is
that a lot?
That's like an elephant. That's like the size of an elephant.
Oh, so like.
Each
nothing
is like an
Like
elephant.
just lift that. Yeah.
Pretty much like a million elephants.
Well, Jim, I did that in one hand, mate.
Yeah.
I was going to say that about you, but then I was like, no, I don't want to like pick you up like that. So no, carry on.
So apparently, but even today that would be difficult with cranes and stuff. You wouldn't be able to carry like 2-ton weight with cranes. So they reckon that 50 to 55 people carried each stone up a ramp. Up like to get it onto the place. They didn't even have a ramp with the 3 main ones. They had a ramp with the other ones, which you can see in the ruins, but you can't see the ramp in the other one. They didn't have a ramp for it. And they reckon that it was like they used thousands of slaves to build the pyramids. That's how they reckon it was. But this is the story of like ancient Egypt.
Like the historical
story. And they reckon that each block was carried by about 50 to 55 people, which the size of the blocks, like they're not big.
It's a lot of people.
Well, it is, but
50 to 55.
The blocks aren't that big, so to carry the blocks with that amount of people to get around the actual thing, they'd have to be carrying like a 2-ton weight between 55 and 50 people, which is ridiculous. And they've also the thing that's even weirder about it is how its location. So its location is identically north the pyramids, and they also are built on the coordinates of 29.979245 degrees north, right? And do you know what that's identical to?
No, Kai, please tell me.
The speed of light.
Ooh.
So the speed of light is that speed, and that is the coordinates on Earth, which is really weird because, well, in case I didn't realize.
Is that a coincidence?
Well, that's what I mean.
So are you saying the speed of light built the pyramids? No.
They just put them. They put.
Yeah, no. Actually, Kai, what is your conspiracy? So what is the
I'm
conspiracy theory?
I'm just giving you the backstory to the pyramids.
Okay. All right.
So
A pre-log.
You're one of those that goes, "Are we nearly there yet?" In the car. Oh,
I am.
So
I have an
there's different-
attention span of a seagull.
A seagull.
Yeah, I was going to
0800
say
double
nah.
O.
Everyone says nah, so I just thought seagull because they're pricks.
Everyone
They
says
are.
I hate seagulls.
they are. They are.
They're the
They're.
bane of everything.
You're not,
Do you know-
but they are.
You know what? Actually, I don't have that much of a hatred towards seagulls. I was once in Cornwall and I had this sandwich that had dairy leaf spread in it. I didn't want to eat it because my mum was like, "You got to eat it." And I was like, "I don't want to eat dairy leaf spread." And a seagull.
Mum.
And as I was holding it, kicking out, a seagull came and took it from my hand, so I didn't have to eat it.
What would you have done if the seagull hadn't have come? Would you like shoved it in your mum's face?
I'd probably actually eaten it, to be honest, mate.
Just
Is that what you
Anyway.
did?
How have we
Is that
gone
what
from
you did?
seagulls to pyramids? Anyway, back to the
Anyway,
pyramids.
your conspiracy theory, mate.
Yeah, so there's different theories on how they were actually built. So one of them, which I do not believe whatsoever, is that it used to be Noah's Ark. So the 3 points, because they're all like near each other, it used to be Noah's Ark, and they were like points, and then eventually Noah's Ark's broken down and making the pyramids, which I don't see why an ark would be made of stone. Stone doesn't float, but
Yeah.
Don't rule out Noah. Noah could do anything.
Yeah.
Noah can do anything. What's the other one is that apparently it's Russian intelligence. So apparently there was a research study into it that said there was a magnetic source coming from the pyramids, and so they're holding technology in the pyramids. Whether you believe it or not, different story. But the one that I think is probably the most convincing and has got the evidence and is the main theory for the pyramids is that aliens did build the pyramids.
Classic.
Now,
Yeah.
that might sound ridiculous because A, we don't know if aliens actually exist, and B, well, to be honest, it's probably more logical to think slaves did it. But the theory behind the aliens is in hieroglyphics, there are which is the writings that Egyptians used to do. So basically they had a way of, instead of writing words, they used to draw pictures to mean words. And there's various weird hieroglyphics that are shaped like what we class as UFOs. And there's also like for the example, the drawings of the gods, they look very much like what we'd class as like an alien creature, which is even weirder because how would they know what that looks like before the Hollywood and everything like that, which again is what rumored give us the perception of aliens.
It gives me chills, man. I don't like it.
It's weird, isn't
Literal
it?
chills.
So scared.
Chills. Literal chills. To potentially back that up, I was looking for conspiracy theories, and one of them was that aliens might have built Stonehenge.
Yeah, so that they're
There's
all
something
linked.
there's something
They're all
in this.
apparently linked, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think
there's something
Stonehenge is
in
more
this.
realistic than the pyramids, though.
Aren't they? Isn't there a theory something like that they were all built around the equator? Isn't that aren't they all in line with the equator or something like that between the tropics?
I recognise something like that actually. But do you? I think first of all, do you actually believe that aliens existed? Because then
yes,
without doubt. Man.
But then I think that makes this possible.
Well,
I'm with Kai. I'm with Kai in the fact that I do think because I don't know if they built it. You know what? They might be their spaceships. I'm just saying.
Well, that's what you think the pyramids were the spaceships.
Yeah. I don't know. Basically, what I think
right,
maybe is the alien, the gods of Egypt, like the gods of Egypt, were aliens.
I believe that.
That's what I'm thinking. Like the gods of Egypt were aliens, and there's like different things. Isn't like I just think. It's really fascinating.
Well,
like,
the other bit of like evidence that they say is that there's been Egyptian coins found like from ancient Egypt, and on the coins they have like alien heads, which is even weirder.
I think it all just adds up, really, doesn't it? I think.
And what's the thing in Peru as well? Didn't they think about that as well?
Yes, Machu Picchu.
Mm-hmm. And the things in Mexico as well.
Yeah, well, apparently they're all connected. They're all in like an exact circle around the world. I think that's what it is, which is a bit weird. Bit weird.
I think it was the people out of horrible histories. I think they did it.
Oh, come on, mate, grow up.
No, because
Come on, man.
they were in
for a
Egypt.
serious conspiracy conversation. And you're saying that.
They taught me about hieroglyphics and Cleopatra. Who's to say they didn't? Because they know all about that sort of stuff.
My year 4 teacher taught me about hieroglyphics. Shout out, Mr. Daniel.
Could have been him.
You know what? Sorry, can we also talk about one of the things? I don't know if you learned about in primary school, but the curse of Tutankhamun.
Yes.
That shit is scary.
That
oh
is
my
weird.
god, I hate it.
I did learn
What
about
actually
Tutankhamun.
happened? Have you never heard about it, John?
When you say it, it might ring a bell because I did learn about Tutankhamun at one point. I just can't remember what actually was along with it.
The curse of. I want to get something quick. So
I remember one story, Josh. I remember one story. So basically, there was this woman who they say if you go into the pyramid or like disrupt like the spirit and the dead body, it's supposed to curse you. And there was one woman or a criminal who broke into. I can't remember exactly, but she broke into the into the pyramid to do research, and the exact moment I think it was something to do with her brother and a brother or husband. It was one of the two. It was some male connection she had. They were on a plane. The plane crashed, and then at the exact same time, the dog let out a massive howl from the house. It was the exact same like timings, and died straight after it, which is a bit weird.
Egypt's freaky. Like that. I hate Egypt.
Yeah,
it's freaky, man.
Mo Salah, innit? Mo Salah.
You little dancer.
Yeah. You little alien.
So the curse of Tutankhamun is how Akkad discovered the pharaoh of Tutankhamun, who died in 323 BC.
Quite a while ago.
About 18. And then basically what happened was, it's a bit going back a bit here, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like just last week.
A little bit, yeah.
And then what actually happened was that all of his members just died like after they found him.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
So
Egypt's a weird place.
The alleged victims of the curse included Prince Ali Fahmy, B.A.V. He was shot dead by his wife. Sir Archibald Douglas Reed, who supposedly x-rayed the mummy and died mysteriously in 1924. Sir Lee Stack, the Governor-General of Sudan, who was assassinated in Cairo. Arthur Mesa Carter's evacuation team, said to have died of arsenic poison in 1928.
Weird, isn't it?
Carter's secretary, who died smothered in his bed in 1929. And his father, who committed suicide in 1930.
Strange.
That is.
Carter himself dismissed the cold curse as a Tommy rot, but then he died solitary and miserable and happy of Hodgkin's disease in London flat in March 1939.
Weird.
Yeah, that is. Wouldn't want to go near that guy.
Egypt as a whole is just such a weird. Like, it's very like. There's got a lot of conspiracies behind it, and it's. As I had a lisp and I went conspiracies behind it. It's one of them things that's. I don't think we'll ever find out, to be honest.
You'll never find out. It's just. But what we do know, Mohammed Salah.
That would be one place I'd like to go back. One period of time that I would like to go back to, if I could go back to one period of time, would be the
Egyptians. Interesting.
Find out
Dinosaurs.
With these sort of conspiracies, do you actually like to know the answer?
Some of them I would, yeah. That one I don't mind. I don't mind that because
I saw a thing about conspiracy theories, and it was conspiracy theories are there to make intelligent people feel intelligent.
And that's why we're doing this podcast.
Exactly.
Exactly. To make everyone feel intelligent.
Yeah,
that's
there
why.
you go.
To be fair, when I saw some of them, I was thinking that's just not true, but you believe it because it's written down on some websites.
I don't like. Egypt is a very scary place.
Yeah, I feel like we're all going to die like weird deaths now. We've spoken about it on the podcast.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it. But now you've said it.
Odds on going to certain communes, like, you know.
Should we do it for a YouTube video?
Traveling to Egypt.
John, shotgun me not die. John, mate, you're gonna die.
No, yeah.
Why did you just say, John? I didn't shotgun anything.
I'm just saying. I just feel like John would be one to die.
No, he's just shotgunning me to die, which is quite mean. But
anyway, moving on. John, which one do you want to take over the next one?
Oh, because I'm going to die, I'll go first. I've got less time on this earth to live. If that's all right with you, Josh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, mate, that's fine. You know, if you can die first, that's all right.
Thanks. Okay, mine's about landing on the moon, because when I searched up conspiracy theories, I was trying not to go basic, although this is kind of basic. It brought me back to my year 7 biology lessons, because anyone watching from my school is in my class. You remember this. One of the teachers used to play the same documentary about did we land on the moon with all these cinematics like in Neil Armstrong, like all that, like the dramatic. It made you believe it was
in
true.
Neil
right?
Armstrong's bedroom.
It was actually. It was, yeah, very strange.
Was it in Neil Armstrong's bedroom? Just sounds like Batman.
It was like Batman narrating it, and all this dramatic music. It made you believe it. Now it's come back up. So basically, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin in 1969 were believed to be the first men to land on the moon. I
think we know what the moon landing is, John. I don't think we maybe need to give backstory.
Well, this is for the unintelligent people, as you said. So, just the moon, this big thing in the sky. You sometimes look up, sometimes it's half, quartered, not even there at all. Sometimes you see a full one. And apparently it was fake. It was fake, the moon landing. Now, there are some reasons as to why this is. And I'll give you the evidence. And because this was off Wikipedia, so take what you will. But no, I remember this actually being part of the documentary. So
Never learned in school, John. We never use Wikipedia, mate.
Unless you can source it, you can cite it at the bottom. It's got official sites.
And I've just cited it now, unless you're doing conspiracy videos. So basically, there were no stars in the background of any of the photos that were taken. Okay, which I guess is, it's a reasonable conspiracy theory. One of the things that really got to me was the fact that it got to me like I'm upset about it. There's meant to be no wind or anything like that in space, but the flag was waving and moving. Someone please explain that one. Basically, there were identical photos taken of like the moon landing, all meant to be miles apart, but they all had the same background with like the same spaces of where Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were. There were, as I said, no stars. I just read that one twice. Okay. The quality of the photos was meant to actually be too high to be taken in space. And the cameras were fitted with a special glass plate that makes it impossible for anything to be photographed. So basically what they were saying was they took almost too many photos, too many high quality photos. And there were loads of different things like shadows, showing when actually the sun is meant to be the only source of light in space. There were meant to be loads of shadows, which made it look like a Hollywood set. Basically, people believe that it was hundreds of thousands of people working at NASA kept this a massive secret. They went to somewhere in Hollywood, used a fantastic set to make it all fake. But the thing with the flag, when they're saying it moved, obviously meant to be no wind in space. Apparently, it was just a crease. It was just a crease of the way they folded it. And yeah, it did, because there's no videos of it actually moving. It just looks like it's actually creased. Basically, they say film cameras would have been fogged by the radiation in space, while they could have been wearing some sort of metal containers to protect it. So do you believe that they actually landed on the moon or not?
Nope.
Yes, I do.
Debate, get in. Well, not really, because it doesn't really mean too much. But
yeah, I'm literally really passionate about it. I believe it because I will. I back my boy Neil deGrasse Tyson here. I back him till I die. I love the man.
Well, the only bit of
my dream to get him on the podcast. Actually,
I would agree with you, actually, Josh, because not Buzz Lightyear, Buzz Aldrin. He basically, so it was over the last few weeks ago, actually, in the last few weeks, someone went up to him and said about the moon landing not being real, and he just punched them.
What a man!
That's not 2 meters apart if I've ever seen it. Yeah,
they don't have to be in America, apparently.
Oh yeah. No, but I back my boy Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You see, the reason I don't is what John said, but also at the time, America was in the middle of a Cold War with Russia, and it was almost they were trying to compete with one another to see who could get there first.
Yeah.
And the one way America could win was they had the facilities to produce like a Hollywood studio, like you say.
Yeah. On one of the videos I watched, they basically said, I can't remember what sort of things they were, but there were some sort of other hoax things that had happened before in America that were proved wrong. But it's just the fact that there's like hundreds of thousands of people working on this project in NASA. Surely, like, would you be able to keep that many people, like, to keep it secret?
But then why is the rumor there that it's fake in first in the end, the end of it? Surely someone must have said something for it to even spark the rumors that it's fake.
Well, exactly. I think the guy was called Bill Kaysing, actually, who actually like came out and said it was a hoax. But one of the other things, when they said there were no stars in the backgrounds of the photos, they were actually, when, say, you take a photo of people in the dark, obviously you can see stars in the sky, but when you take it on like a flash or something like that, it does just make the background straight dark. You don't see any stars or anything in the background. There are justifications on Wikipedia. If you type in like the moon landing sort of hoax, there are justifications for each thing that happened, which weighs it up.
Like debunking it almost.
Yeah, for a perfect argument. So it's an interesting one, but I don't know. It's just, huh?
Do you believe it?
I still want to say yes, because I just think how you can trick that, like keep that many people a secret and all that sort of thing.
Why haven't we been back?
I do know the answer to this. Neil deGrasse Tyson answered it for me. Well, he didn't answer me personally, but he answered it.
You emailed him and were like, just prepping for the Us 3 podcast. Why haven't we been back to the moon?
No, he does a TikTok. He has a TikTok account where he literally answers all these questions. He is the coolest man. Do you know what I'm on about, Neil deGrasse Tyson?
I thought you were just calling Neil Armstrong like his like fake name or something.
Neil deGrasse. Here we go. Like this is Neil. 3 million followers. Look at him. You can't see, but
yeah, I've got him up. Yes, yes, I do know who you mean. Yeah, who's done a video on Bigfoot as well?
Yeah, no, he's done the moon landing, and he answered it, but I can't remember what he said. He said something about the reason why we haven't been back, and he answered it. And
well, I think they said.
Here we go. This is Neil. It was the moon landing rule. This is Neil deGrasse Tyson's opinion on it.
My Saturn V tie, since almost all of this length is rocket fuel, and the astronauts located in the capsule at the top, and just behind them is like the lunar module and other cargo, basically. So all of this is designed to carry this upper section to the moon and back. So there are people who say, oh, we didn't go to the moon. What are you basing that on? Like, you can calculate where this amount of fuel will get you. It'll get you to the moon and back. So when this thing launched, where do you think it was going? To the corner deli? I mean, what? Okay? In fact, to fake a moon landing would be harder than actually going. That's how reliable the laws of physics are. So just chill out.
Many more things have been faked.
Don't you ever doubt Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Josh, save that video. Save that video, and I'll put it on screen when
as we saw in our last podcast with that one, Cal. Check it out. He's faked a lot of things that people believed.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, not on the scale of a moon landing, but
can we get Neil on here, please?
We can try.
Yeah,
I'd love to have him on here.
I can drop him an email. Yeah,
get him to debunk some. To be fair, that could be like a part 2 to this, couldn't it? To be fair,
yeah. We can try. What a man he is. Neil deGrasse Tyson, I love you, man.
Perfect.
Well, we'll leave that. We'll leave that sort of undecided then. Yeah.
Me? No. You know what? You know me. You know me.
Yeah.
You know me. You know that I love to do things in a big way.
Okay.
I like to do things in, big fashions, quick, fast, ferocious.
Okay. Yep.
All that stuff, So we're going to do a hot speed round of conspiracy theories, right? Okay. Yeah? You with me?
We're not doing 30 seconds on each conspiracy theory.
We're not doing
30 seconds on each. Why one is true and why you believe it's true.
I'm going to tell you it, and you guys are going to give me opinions on it. Okay? You're going to say yes, no, is it believable? Which is basically what we've been doing anyway. But here we go. Right. So I've gone out the box as well. So something.
So if you just got like a list, and we've got to say whether they're real or not.
Yeah, I've got a couple, like maybe 4 or 5. Okay. Right. So you've heard of flat Earth. You've heard of that. You've all heard of that.
Yeah.
How about a hollow Earth?
Saw something about that. Yeah.
So here we go. So I've got this off The Week as well. So this is just credit our shout out here to The Week. Basically, what they're saying is there's conspiracy theories that say Earth is hollow and that there might even be a whole other civilization of advanced human beings living in it. The theory is rooted back to the 17th century by Edmund Halley, who was a comet named after him, who proposed that the Earth must be a hollow because of the changing magnetism. Even back then, the idea of hollow Earth was hardly a new one. It appears in folklore all over the world. And a German scholar called Anastasius Kircher published a textbook in 1664, which he claimed the Earth contains a central fire and vast underground lakes and lava chambers. At the North Pole is a gaping vortex that sucks water down to the central fire where it's heated and expelled out of the South Pole. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, we've got an Ice Age 3 situation going on here right now. When they go underground, there's all the dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
What are we thinking? Yes, no. Is the Earth hollow?
No. I think it's like the debate that it's flat. I think.
Yeah.
I think that one's more believable than the flat one. I think.
Yeah.
But
I think
still don't.
There's like volcanoes and like lakes and stuff, maybe.
Yeah, there potentially could be like you say a hollow, but I don't think there's a civilization.
Not a joke.
Nah.
No, I feel that's
too much pressure. There's too much pressure.
What about a specific Pacific Rim sort of thing? There's aliens underneath the sea.
Like all the stuff that we believe, the aliens, dinosaurs, all that sort of stuff. They just go.
Well, aliens. Everyone thinks aliens are up here, but what if they're down here?
Like Atlantis and places like that.
Yeah, down here. Not like
because they say we've only discovered 5% of the ocean, don't they?
That's scary.
That's weird.
Yeah, what if we just get drowned out of nowhere? Like
could happen.
An ocean just comes out of nowhere.
Because you're cursed.
Maybe the ocean's alive.
Not wrong. Maybe.
Stretch, mate. It is. Technically, it is. Because it's basically filled up with loads of sea, little tiny people, not tiny sea urchins. You know what I mean? Anyway, number 2.
Okay.
Paul McCartney is actually dead.
You use the same
I've heard
website
it.
I use, mate, but
I've
Paul
heard.
McCartney is actually dead. So basically, they say, sorry, John.
no, I was gonna say I was on the week earlier trying to find them, and I've read through. Well, no, I read through. But I saw these headlines, but you go.
Paul McCartney secretly died in 1966, and the other 3 members covered it up by hiring someone who looked and sang like him. Apparently, the band's later albums are proof of this, which they claim in the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album. That's a mouthful. That Paul is dead.
It's a good album, though.
I've heard of it.
It's a good album.
Clues such as the lyrics to A Day in Life, which featured the line, "He blew his mind out in a car," and the recorded phrases, "Paul is dead, miss him," which becomes evident only when the song is played backward. Lennon also mumbled, "I buried Paul," at the end of Strawberry Fields Forever, although he later denied there was any hidden meaning in the lyrics, and what he was actually saying was cranberry sauce. Much is made of the Beatles imagery. It's a very
yeah. I must admit the Beatles they've got quite a few conspiracy theories about them, haven't they? And this is quite an interesting one.
Yeah, cranberry sauce.
That's like one of those TikToks where they're like, where like the guy goes up to him with a mask. He's like, "Give me a hug." Give me a hug to the waiter, to the people in the shop, and he's like, "I can't hug you, mate." And he goes, "Where's the cucumber?" or something like that. And they take it down.
Yeah,
it's a bit like that. But I say that's more believable than the other one because like all that sort of stuff that's backed up by it. But I still don't.
It's interesting. I don't know if it's to that extent, but something must have happened because there's a lot of theories about the Beatles being on drugs, isn't there? And that's why a lot of
Beatles love drugs.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of their lyrics are a bit weird. Like When I'm 64, Octopus's Garden. They've got some weird songs. Like if you,
every musician does drugs, though, don't they? That's the way they create such incredible.
Genuinely, like the front man, genuinely like to cope with the pressure, don't they? Like Freddie Mercury did. Who else has done it? The film and Elton John, hasn't he? And he's done it. I know he's not a lead man, but
well, it goes further and it says most famously there is an Abbey Road album cover in which John Lennon, dressed in white, leads a funeral procession across the street. Ringo follows in the black as a mourner, with George in jeans representing a gravedigger. Paul McCartney walks out of step with the rest of the band and barefoot. Some had it he would no need of shoes in the afterlife.
It's weird. It is weird.
Yeah, that is weird. The thing is, when they cover it up with a lookalikes do go far as well.
Yeah.
Or not. Yeah. I'm not saying it was a lookalike, but have you seen the videos where they have, obviously there's the Jamie Vardy lookalike, but there was an Ed Sheeran lookalike as well who looks exactly like him, and I think it was it Josh Peters who pranked and went to one of the boxing fights with the fake Ed Sheeran, and so many celebrities came up to him and like, "Hey, Dad," and he got mauled and like paparazzi. It's possible.
Well, it happened to me last night. There's actually a new guy on TikTok called Deep Tom Cruise. And he's a deep.
Oh yes, I've seen it. He looks exactly the same.
And it's weird. Like, let me. He's had to delete.
Don't they put like something on their face? Like they put like animation on their face. I'm pretty sure.
No, but that's like normally deep fakes, but this is actually like a guy who looks like Tom Cruise.
My god,
he speaks like him as well.
It's weird.
Wait, so it's not him?
No.
Put a video. We'll put a video on.
I'll put a video clip on, but this is it. Look.
What's up, TikTok? You guys cool if I play some sports? I love it. More for the audio experience. As much as the momentum. Hey, listen up, sports and TikTok fans. If you like what you're seeing, just wait till what's coming next.
He sounds exactly like him as well.
Creepy,
I know.
that is.
It's weird.
That's so creepy. Lookalikes are a mad thing, to be fair.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely possible. I think if it did happen, I don't think they'd allude to it that many times.
And if he said that he killed him and buried his body and stuff like that, why would you admit to it? And someone will try and... it's like teasing it, like you almost want them to know, but I don't know. It's weird.
Strange.
Well, next one. Prince Charles is a vampire.
You told me for like,
I thought you were going to go something about Diana, but Prince Charles...
Yeah, I thought
Prince Charles is a vampire, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you heard it here first. or
Right,
on the
based
week.
off what, Josh? Based off what?
According to genealogy records, I don't know what that says. Prince Charles is believed to descend from Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula, first relieved in Eon Moncrieff's 1982 book Royal Highness. The prince can trace his lineage back through his great-grandmother Queen Mary and some other people. Anyway, the heir to the throne has even appeared in the promotional video for the Romanian National Tourist Office, joking, Transylvania is in my blood. In 2017, the Charles had even been offered the honorific title of Prince of Transylvania due to his links to the region and promotion of Transylvania as a tourist destination. All this has proved fertile ground for conspiracy theorists who claim, like the rest of the royal family, Prince Charles is not all that he seems, and he may have in fact have more in common with his infamous ancestor than just a drop of blood. Harper Bazaar says that one of the reasons the theories carries weight is because the disease porphyria is present amongst the royals. Porphyria is an iron deficiency disease that makes skin sensitive to sunlight. Basically, apart from his links to Transylvania, there is no real thing to say that.
The iron deficiency thing is quite weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's probably because of everyone's poor
Does
diet.
that not make the whole royal family like some sort of?
Let's think about what vampires are. They can't go out in the sunlight, so Prince Charles.
Have you ever seen anyone from Buckingham Palace outside Buckingham Palace?
I haven't.
True.
I haven't.
Probably have, but no, I haven't neither. No.
Maybe that's why Harry and Meghan Markle have left, because they're vampires.
Too much garlic. There's only so much they can have.
But it's right in general. Do you think vampires exist?
No.
I think I genuinely think ghosts are more believable than vampires.
Yeah.
I reckon that maybe it came off like a basis of something. So maybe people just sucked blood for fun.
I think it's off bats. I think it's off like bats and
but
stuff
there's
like
no
that.
way they exist.
No.
But John just mentioned ghosts, and I feel like that'd be a good episode as well to do like ghost stories.
Ghost stories. I was thinking earlier. Yeah.
Like on a real, do you think ghosts exist?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen one. Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember you've seen that. Really freaked me out.
Yeah.
So crazy. I've never been like a believer of ghosts until I saw that.
Tell us, Kai.
Or
Shall
do we
I
save
now?
it
Shall I save it for the ghost?
Do we save it?
Save it now.
I'll save it. I'll save it for the Ghost Stories podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Good way to make people.
Should I save my theory on ghosts, or should I save it as well for the ghost?
Save it as well. Save it.
Save it.
Okay.
We'll do an episode in a few weeks' time. We'll do because obviously we'll get a guest on next week and then guests on the week after because we've got them booked in, haven't we?
Maybe a week after that, but we'll see.
Maybe, but then we'll see. In a few weeks' time, we will do a ghost.
Yeah,
special.
I think that'll be a good one. We can just tell all the things we've had with them.
Ghost stories and anything.
Ghost
We
scare me.
can ask, do you know what we can do? Ask for people's ghost stories on Instagram.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll tell people's ghost stories.
So if you've got any now, leave them in the comments now. If you have any,
that'd be a good TikTok.
Yeah, it would.
Ghost stories.
Ghost stories, yes, right, yeah. Well, no, that's gonna be such a sick episode. Literally
perfect. Right,
everything
we've done that,
dedicated to go. Yeah,
We've planned. There we go.
Cool.
Oh, no, this is a really good. This is a really good one.
Okay.
Right, ready?
Yeah.
Finland doesn't exist.
Was that Finland and Australia as well?
I don't know, but it says Finland doesn't exist. So apparently, according to a theory born on Reddit in 2016,
it's believable when it's come from Reddit.
Reddit's believable.
Oh,
the notion goes that two nations created Finland so that Japan could fish the sea that truly exists there without any environmental complaints or repercussions. The fish that are caught are then shipped via the Trans-Siberian Railway from the eastern Russian coast to Japan under the disguise of Nokia products.
Right.
But surely other countries would have cottoned on to this by now.
Yeah.
Yes, they have, according to theorists, but they've agreed to keep it a secret and allow Finland to serve as a model for a better world. No real country could so consistently place first in education, healthcare, gender equality, literacy rates, and national stability. Also, we've forgotten there. Sexy girls.
So basically, what that theory says is it's fake because it's well run.
Pretty much, yeah.
Too good. It's when someone, when you like fake a test and you're trying to like not get 100% in answers. It's a bit like that, but they've got 100%. So
yeah, so that's where they suspicion. Maybe that's where the theory derives from, where you always have to get one question wrong to know you're not cheating.
Exactly, the Finland theory. I like it. I like
So
it.
basically, next
like
time
it.
you're in class and, there's this kid that's getting top of class every single time, 100 out of 100, 100 out of 100,
You-
start conspiracy theory, he's not real.
just say his grandmother's read it, and then you're fine. Born off Reddit.
Just start everyone that he's fake. He's not real.
Yeah, he's
Trust
not
me.
real. He's a
He's
hologram.
not there, okay?
Yeah. Just
All right.
go through and that you just stab him.
I've heard Timmy's using him for fishing, all right? Okay? So he's not real.
Oh Christ!
Bloody hell.
Oh.
So
Do you
do we think that Finland's real or not?
No, I think it's real. Yes.
Do you think? No, it's not real. No,
I thought you
yeah,
meant do you think the theory is real. I thought you said do you think
What-
the theory is real.
No, I think Finland might be real. Not too sure.
Just going out on a limb here. Just going out on a limb.
I think it
Yeah.
might be real.
2 out of 10. I'd say 2 out of 10 believable. Yeah.
Have you ever
Don't
been
lie.
to Finland though?
Man on a grand.
I was gonna say, when you land in Finland, do you just like sort of just not land ever, and then it's like this is Finland, and you're like, right,
Actually, mate, no, it's not. It's Japan.
what?
Well, that's what they said. They said that Japan had faked it. It doesn't matter. Shut up, Josh.
Wait, so it wasn't Finland? You just called out Finland for no
No,
reason?
no.
No,
So
it was
basically,
Finland.
the theory says that it's not Finland, it's Japan. But
Okay, God. I thought you meant you just called Finland a fake country. No, Japan's not real. Fuck.
none of it's real. We're living in a simulation,
We're all getting swallowed into a big hole with volcanoes.
and then put into pyramids to die.
Well, that is my conspiracy theories done. There's a couple of others. It says big pharma is withholding the cure for cancer. Reptilian elite.
Bit annoying if he is, but
I think it's a company. I wouldn't say it's an individual.
Oh, I thought you said a
Meghan
man.
Markle's a
sorry.
robot. Jesus married Mary Magdalene. I don't know what that means. Yeah, they're all bullshit.
Okay. Well, do you
Oh,
want me
what?
to
And the other ones? The other ones were...
Do you want me to go next?
No, Finland isn't real.
Do you want me to go next? We've been going for quite a while, lads. We've been going for nearly about 40 minutes, I think, already.
Let's get shit ass of the week done.
No, we've got 2 more. Me and John have got 1 each more.
Oh
And
yeah,
then we'll go-
shit. Sorry guys.
And then we'll go to shit as well. No, it's all right.
All right.
So I went in to have a look at Bigfoot or slash Sasquatch. That's what he's known as. Sasquatch. But yeah, Bigfoot is supposedly, I think if you haven't heard of Bigfoot, well, have you been living in a cave with Bigfoot?
We'll write that one down.
Bigfoot has.
Oh, Josh is
Oh.
frozen.
No, he's back. Well,
Oh, he's back now. He's all right now. He's okay now. What? Anyway,
I'm still
yeah.
here.
So Bigfoot, yeah, reportedly has been seen in numerous forests, and there's been numerous sightings of him over history. And so I had a look, and there's various even conspiracy theories about Bigfoot. So not just Bigfoot as a whole. There's conspiracy theories about Bigfoot, which is weird. So I had a look at that. So apparently there's been numerous cases where they found like fur and that supposedly, or hair that's supposedly Bigfoot's, and they've DNA tested it before, and it's supposedly come back as half human. So they reckon that it's got half the DNA that humans share, so it shares DNA with something else, and the government actually recognise them as indigenous people. So they're not Bigfoot, but the government recognise that person as like indigenous people.
Okay.
Which probably could be a valid explanation of what Bigfoot is.
Yeah, because if it didn't come back human, it'd just be an animal, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And so there was also a case in 1980 where St. Helens erupted, the volcano, and there was seen of government carrying out multiple burnt corpses that were bigger than usual, which is the St. Helens area was known before 1980, not now, but was known as a hotspot for sightings of Bigfoots.
Okay.
And they reckon it was even got to the point where there was a waterfall that was named something creek, and it was like Bigfoot's Creek or something like that, because there was that many sightings.
I think I have heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something to do with that anyway. And there was so many sightings of it around there, and they ended up so when St. Helens erupted, and obviously it caused loads of fires, there was loads of burnt carcasses that were bigger and dead bodies that they reckon were multiple Bigfoots. Which is quite strange. There's also a theory that they were really cavemen and they just never adapted and never evolved, which is probably a reasonable experience, which probably similar to the indigenous people, to be honest, in that same sense that they just haven't evolved. There's two now. These two theories are I mean, they're great, but they're probably not true. They're probably along the lines of Finland. So there is
Finland
one,
isn't real. Okay.
there is one theory that says that Bigfoot / Sasquatch is actually a giant sloth.
Yeah, because you do get like
You do get giant sloths.
No, because is that like the equivalent? Like you get different sized humans, you just get different sized sloths, and one of them is just actually a lot bigger than the average size sloth.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, so they used to be like in the days. I don't know if you two have heard of the megafauna, but me and Josh have spoken about this before. I've spoken to Josh about the megafauna.
So you said, I don't know if you two have heard about the megafauna. And then you said,
yeah, but I don't know if you remembered. I don't know if you
have, but I know one of you does.
I do remember.
Oh, you do remember? Okay.
Such interests.
So the megafauna were basically giant animals, versions of what we have today, and they used to live on our planet, like between the period of dinosaurs. But they were hunted, like, so the mammoth was a megafauna, and they basically were like there was giants, like, so the saber-toothed tiger was one as well, but they were like giant sloths, giant elephants. What else was there? There was like a giant bear with a massive like snake tongue. It was really weird, but that's what they used to live on our planet before. Obviously, they were
giant anything.
Are we saying that Bigfoot is like similar size to like a T-Rex or something like that, or bigger?
I don't know.
I don't know. Nah.
Because if dinosaurs were real, then this is as like a potential to potentially be real.
I don't know. Like, do you genuinely think they're real, Kai?
Bigfoot? I believe it's indigenous people. That's what I believe.
Okay. John?
Well, I think the fact it's 50% human, I think, has got to, like, when anything's not 100% human, you're looking down a dangerous path. So I'd say, yeah, it's got legs.
Well, the final. Well, I should hope they do have legs, so they can't move.
Yeah.
Just bomb shuffle everywhere.
But yeah, so basically, there was a final. I'm just looking. I don't know. My mum's off somewhere. Basically,
leaving you forever
to find Bigfoot. Man.
I've had enough. I'm leaving home. I'm going.
So basically, there was a final theory that a cryptozoologist called Lauren Coleman, right? I'm putting her name out there because I am not saying this. She said it. Yeah. I have nothing to do.
Lauren Coleman, this is on you, mate.
Yeah, this one's on you.
Right. She said that she once verbalized the idea that 10% of Bigfoot's population is actually gay.
What?
That's what she said. She said if Bigfoot was real, 10% of the population would be gay.
Why?
I don't know.
What? I mean, what percentage of
I don't know.
Like the human population is gay? Because like,
yeah, it's a good point.
Because realistically, if it's 50% human, it's obviously got that human brain to like have a.
Lauren Coleman said that 10% of the population was gay.
Oh.
And she basically was abused for this online, believe it or not. She was abused because people said that she called Bigfoot homosexual when even we don't know if Bigfoot even exists, but people abuse her.
We don't know if Bigfoot cares.
This is it. If it's half human, it's got some sort of human brain in it, which means it can, say, is it straight, is it gay, that sort of thing. So, potential.
The final thing I will say on this is in 1999, apparently they captured a live Bigfoot that was injured. It was injured due to some bombings that was going on in America, and they bombed the area, and there was a distressed large creature, and then the government took it away, a bit like the Roswell incident with the aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
And they did it like that. But on this article that I read, all this stuff, they were also had adverts on there, like websites do, the adverts
for homosexual Yetis.
No,
the
adverts were
Bigfoots
actually
in your area, that kind of thing.
I knew you were going to say that. No, the adverts
big horny Bigfoots in your area.
No, it actually said they were selling camping. You just both froze there. That was weird.
This will make. Actually, no, I can't say that.
They were selling camping equipment for watching Bigfoot overnight. Yeah, Bigfoot Hub. Anyway, let's move on before this goes far out of context. John, final one.
No, can I quickly say something?
No, sorry, the final one. No, sorry. Carry on. Yeah.
My boy Neil deGrasse Tyson commented
God.
as well. He said, I feel like we should have to hear what Neil deGrasse said. What a man. Here we go. This is what deGrasse, Neil here. I feel like we're on first name terms, so Neil, just going to get you on here.
when people bang on trees, is Bigfoot answering them back? Could be. He or she could be. If Bigfoot existed, I just don't see how you're going to hide a big, smelly, hairy ape galumphing through the forest. If your best evidence is fuzzy black and white video from 1966, we need better evidence in order to answer that question.
Is that like the moon landing, though?
Maybe.
You need better evidence. Well.
But they basically said as well, the reason we've never found like a dead body of Bigfoot is because apparently they bury their dead. There's been numerous sightings of like burying the dead.
So basically, what we're saying is they're like people.
Yeah, they're like people, but they're like indigenous people. Yeah, I think that's what they are.
So they're not like creatures as such.
No, but they're
half human, half animal kind of thing. I think.
That haven't really evolved properly.
I think they're real. I think
they're
real.
I think they're real.
Yeah,
I don't think Bigfoot's real, but I think like indigenous people that are classed as Bigfoot are real.
Maybe Bigfoot was just a term they used like in the olden days for people who were just like 7 foot or something like that. And then
Well, I bet Neil. What happens if they were like part of our society and then they were shunned out?
Like outcasts kind of thing. They were just like
maybe they're in Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman. I was about to say that.
Maybe the hairy boy in
the hairy girl.
Hairy woman, yeah.
Hairy boy. No, you have the bearded lady, and then there's a man with all the hair as well on his face.
Yes, sorry, yeah.
Oh, well, sorry for all the Greatest Showman fan out there. Jeez.
Great film, great cast, great songs.
Great film.
Yeah.
Anyway, John.
So speaking of films, Disney. Well, I was looking for some Disney conspiracy theories.
That was a great segue, by the way. Sorry, that was a brilliant segue.
Thank you. I wasn't too sure if Greatest Showman was Disney or not, so I didn't want to back it or not. I don't think it is, so I did the right thing. Disney. I was looking for some Disney conspiracy theories because I know they have like loads of things where they show their next films in like the previous films, but that's obviously not conspiracy theory. That's fact. So I was made aware. Well, yeah, it's more than like Finland not being real. I think
Finland isn't real.
Okay.
I
was looking at Walt Disney potentially being frozen underneath the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in the Disneyland.
Oh, me and Kai had a conversation.
This is the thing. I spoke to Kai about it, and he said you knew about it, so I feel like this is a good topic that we can speak about. So, Walt Disney died of lung cancer on December 15th, 1966. Got to see England lift the World Cup. Fantastic.
He was well happy with that.
Yeah, American.
Exactly.
That's why he stayed around.
Exactly.
That's actually why he died, because England won the World Cup.
Exactly. But maybe. And then they buried him underneath the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland, Florida, it says. Is it Florida? Yeah, but it says in California, but my knowledge of the American geography map is awful.
Oh, no. California was the original Disney park.
Okay, well, it says it's buried in California. Yeah. So, I think the actual announcement of his death was delayed a little bit. And this is potentially because they were burying him in the meantime, and that's all the fact really is to it. It's a bit of a loose one. So I sort of, if you were on that ride and then you saw him like just buried, what would you do? That's what I want to know. What would you do?
Get off the ride?
He's not going to attack you, is he? Like, it's not a Bigfoot.
They reckon that ride's haunted, don't they? Because the Pirates of the Caribbean ride it used to have proper like dead body skulls in it and stuff.
Maybe they used him as like decoration and didn't have to pay anything for decoration.
No, he's frozen, John.
Probably can't. Well, this is the thing. It's frozen as well.
Is this your conspiracy theory, John? Is the fact he's frozen?
Well, yeah, apparently he's frozen. And then the creation of Frozen, the film, and Frozen 2, does that mean they've then frozen someone else as well?
No, because what the theory behind that was, John, is because when you used to search Disney Frozen, it came up with everything about Walt Disney.
I'm on the podcast, okay? All right. I love you loads. Don't die. All right. Yeah, all right, bye. What a woman.
What a woman.
Yeah.
That's 2 features she's had on this podcast now.
Yeah.
We need to do an episode where we get mums on. That's another episode.
Great day with her today. Very fun. Anyway, that's not relevant.
But yeah, so the theory behind that is because when you used to search Disney Frozen, it used to come up with all like Walt Disney Frozen articles, and they wanted to try and get rid of that theory. So they purposely named the film Frozen. So now when you type in Frozen Disney, you can try this at home. If you want to go after this podcast and search Frozen Disney on another tab, you will see that nothing with Walt Disney comes up anymore.
I think the more people they freeze, the more Frozen films they make. So they've frozen 2 people. As it stands.
Well, here's a question to you, though. Would
in my opinion.
would you be
Frozen 74 in cinemas this year.
Not another one.
Would you be frozen? Would you get
Yes.
frozen with
Yeah.
the opportunity to?
Yeah. I quite want to be, actually.
I wouldn't mind being in Frozen. I don't think I'd like to be frozen.
Because I think the argument is if you get frozen, you wake up and you're going to be completely with no friends, completely different society. Like it's going to be
Yeah, but you
like
just join a football club and you make friends, mate.
What, if you're frozen?
yeah, you'd wake up, they reheat you, John.
Oh, right. Oh, so you don't
Put you on a
die?
radiator, thaw
No,
you
basically,
out.
no, John. What it is, it's cryotherapy. So basically, well, not cryotherapy, but it's cryo. Where it's basically when you die, they freeze your body and bring you back to life.
Oh,
by
so,
heating you
yeah,
up.
I'll take that, mate. Thank you. Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
if it's real,
All over that.
basically, doesn't that pretty much debunk the whole theory of the afterlife?
Well, yeah, because that's not real, mate.
And your soul, that's another story. Is the afterlife real?
That's a whole
That's
separate...
a whole, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
whole
a separate-
cancellation issue as well. We'll get cancelled for that.
No, I think you can have opinions.
No,
on
you
it.
can
Yeah,
have
yeah.
different opinions.
But
as
you
long
can
as,
be an
know,
atheist.
respect.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, I suppose.
You know, you can. My general opinion is I haven't got a Scooby. I don't really.
I think you just die and
And
that's it. To be honest,
I think until you die, you don't know, do you? Really? You don't know.
I don't know whether you come round again. Like you're like you soul passes and you go around again.
Because there's reincarnation, like you could like become a dog when you next die, or who?
Ugh.
No, this is what I always think. Because they say like you can reincarnate into something else. So are we now reincarnations of someone? So
Yeah.
like, have you lived previously?
Yeah.
Your fears now are what you died from in the past.
Yeah.
So what are your fears, John?
Afraid of Reading and Leeds festivals. I think I died in a mosh pit before.
But John, like Josh explained this, I'm afraid of dying. So I mean,
You died of death, mate. You know what I'm afraid of?
No,
Raisins.
are you actually?
really.
No.
Oh no, I'm afraid of peacocks. Weird.
You died at a peacock, mate. Big Josh, he's afraid of birds. He died at hands of pigeons.
Oh, pigeons is such a like. I think if you die at that, like an emu, respectable. Pigeons.
The dodos.
I feel like pigeons can maul you like a lot at once. So
Being mauled to death by a pigeon's a depressing way to go out.
yeah, but they do it with food, don't they? Just
Attack you, yeah.
they are shit houses.
Be so disappointed of your family member.
Shithouses. Speaking of this week's. So yeah, this week's shithouse of the week. We've done extensive research into this topic, as you'll be able to tell when we have this discussion. So-
Actually,
Yeah, well, not really.
Shithouse of
So
the week.
basically, I just had a quick look and for shithouse stories, and we ended up deciding on this. There was a story, and basically this week, this woman. What are you laughing at?
Big Josh, he's so loud.
Can you? I can't. We can't hear him. So it's all right.
He just bellows.
I don't know how long I've got left on because I think my dinner is ready now, but I'm just delaying it.
Well, this is. We'll go through quickly, and we'll quickly go through the board and why we've nominated it.
It's been fun. I've enjoyed this.
No, it has. It's been very good.
We'll do a quick fire through. So yeah, shithouse of the week. Basically, there was this man who had a pregnant wife who was pregnant with his child, and he came to the papers anonymously and basically complained that she wasn't doing anything. So she'd used the excuse of she didn't want to hurt the baby or damage the baby to not do anything. She'd just sit and do anything. And she said she refused to do all chores because she said it'd cause her stress. She woke up in the early hours of the morning and woke him up and asked for him to go to the shop and get him snacks. And he said no for half an hour. And she was like, can you go get him? And she started crying, called him a shit husband and said, you need to go get me snacks. And he ended up having to do it. So, I mean, this week's shithouse of the week is the wife for literally just getting away with everything.
Well done.
Doing no work. So well done, wife.
Yeah.
What's been your best excuse to get out of doing something, Lance?
This excuse.
What's your best excuse you normally use?
See, I always just get forced into doing it, to be honest. So I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say John doesn't even want to be here.
I can't even come up with this. I'm not even meant to like know these people or like go to this university. I just got peer pressure into it. I shouldn't really be here.
I once
Conspiracy.
tried to bash my head against the fence multiple times to get sent home. So that was in primary school. Fun times.
Is that what you now
Hey!
think Finland's not real?
Yeah. I tried many times to do that, and they never sent me home. It was when I had my best friend round and we wanted to come home early.
Do you think they're still in the staff room? They're just looking at you out on the fence like... Is he all right?
Oh,
Should someone
Josh is
check on
doing
him?
it again.
Yeah.
He's doing it again.
Messi
Well, you know
doing
what?
it.
I got put on my primary school. I got put on like the staff room, like Hall of Fame, like for my primary school.
For like most
Because I was head
bashes
boy.
against him.
Because I was head boy, and one of the teaching assistants came round, like saw I was head boy, and I got put on the thing, like ex-pupil Josh Bailey, head boy at the Hammond School.
That's
Oh,
quite good, that.
also like, right.
I was so proud of myself.
Oh,
Shows where bashing your head gets you. To be fair,
yeah.
Hey,
Kids, if you're at school listening to this, bash your head on a fence.
exactly. You know what? We can all grow places. You know, mate. You know, from year R, where I was told that I was either a slow learner or I had autism.
Did you?
And
Really?
no, well, not autism, learning difficulties.
Oh,
to be fair, if they saw you bashing your head against a fence outside,
That's understandable.
normal. Yes.
Right, anyway, let's move on to the board because John's teasing ready. Right. Josh,
John,
what's
what
your
you got,
nomination?
mate?
Pizza.
Oh, shit.
John,
What?
Sorry.
Sorry. What did you say? I've also got a pack because I'm moving setup. I'm moving.
Yeah,
I'm going to do a new
setup.
house tour.
we will. In fact,
You're back to the flat, aren't you, John? Can't wait to see you.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we're all moving into a different house, and it's going.
Well, no. So we're all. Well, me and Josh. Sorry, Josh is at uni in our flat, and then me and John are in. Me and John that way. I think. Me and John are at home because we're still waiting to go back to uni to the flat. But
So me and John are going to do podcast together. You can be the one that's by yourself.
so next week's
Whoa,
we'll
man.
have two people back at uni, and then the week after will be the first ever time we all come together to do a podcast. Oh, we've booked that guy in for that week. We might have to change that.
It's all right.
Nah, I'll be right.
We
When
need,
are you
to, we
coming
need to
back?
think of a way to do it with a guest. Anyway, that's a different.
We're going to get the
conversation.
doll and stick all the projector.
Well, we need to get a projector then.
We're doing it in my kitchen, aren't we?
Yeah. So basically, this week's board, the board, for those who haven't listened before, new listeners, the board is basically something where we nominate a thing each week, where we all nominate one thing. It can be something we hate, something we love, something we like, something that's happened to us this week, or something that's relative in the news. So far, let's see if I can remember. I feel like I'm doing that shopping list game at school, you know? where you know all
Yeah,
that names.
I know you mean.
Right, so here we go.
It's hard.
Here we go. Malawi, Escalators, The Chasers, Coldplay, Essentials hoodies. I'm not doing well this week. Essentials hoodies. I can't remember the rest.
Contact lenses.
Pardon?
Grammarly.
Grammarly.
Lenses, Grammarly.
Thin toilet paper.
I said James Acastle last week.
James Acaster, yeah, you did, yeah.
Right, yes, cool.
So they're on the board will be on screen. I'll put a graphic up when someone nominates stuff. Blah blah blah. You know the drill if you've listened to this before, you've listened to this before. So Josh, what have you nominated this week?
Oh my god,
And why?
First. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might have come a little bit unprepared. Let me just look around. Let me just think.
You've not got anything.
Oh, really?
I actually ain't.
Put Finland on.
Yeah, Finland.
Yeah,
fucking
stand
frauds.
up for your boys. Stand up for your boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, frauds. No. I know I'm putting on the board.
Who?
Neil deGrasse.
Okay. Neil deGrasse.
We're starting this campaign here. I want this trending. Hashtag get Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Us 3 podcast. It's a bit of a mouthful. But
You have enough characters left to tweet that.
Yeah.
oh my god, I love him.
Okay, all right.
He's so cute and he's so intelligent.
We'll try and get him on the. I'll email him. I'll drop it.
Yeah, we'll try and
He
get
has,
him on.
he has ties which have planets on them.
How many followers has he got?
Thing is,
3
if he-
million on TikTok.
Maybe.
Yeah, he doesn't have an Instagram either. He's a very famous man.
If he comes on after hearing you say all this, probably we.
I'll
quite-
try. I'll
really
look
want
into
to
it.
come on.
I'll look
Like,
into it.
please, like, oh, he's so intelligent. He's so interesting. His voice is just so enchanting.
We can post this clip on TikTok, and we'll just get everyone we know just to tag him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just everyone
Yeah.
tag
Do that.
Neil deGrasse
with the
Tyson.
hashtag. With the
Get him
hashtag.
on this podcast.
Yeah.
We want to interview him. It would be an incredible experience. Let's get Neil deGrasse Tyson on this podcast.
Love that. Over to me. You want me to go? Okay.
Yeah, we'll end on that. That'll be a good clip.
Okay. This week I have nominated. It's been in the news this week. You know weather forecasts.
No, mate, I don't. Please explain.
So you know when people predict the weather forecast.
Never
Well,
seen one.
there's been a rumor going around this week that says at the bottom when it says the rain symbol with a percentage and what the percentage is.
Oh.
There's a rumor going around that actually it means that what percentage of your area will rain. not what percent chance is rain, but Scarlett Moffat proposed this theory, the great scientist Scarlett Moffat, basically put this forward. And I then just did a quick Google search and went on BBC Weather, and on BBC Weather it says percentage chance of rain. So she's wrong.
Well, she's wrong.
On there, Scarlett
Yeah, she's
Moffat.
wrong. Yeah, it's percentage chance of rain, but I don't know why she's picked up on it and all of a sudden gone, it's the percentage area.
When you win I'm a Celeb, a lot does go to your head. So lack of
Dead
rain.
against some fences.
Lack of rain. Well, to be fair, you'd think Gogglebox, the amount of weather forecast she's watched, she'd probably know.
Well,
So,
Scarlett, we'd
so
like to have
this
you on
week-
here. Don't listen to Kai. We know. We love
So this
Zola.
week I have nominated rain chance percentage.
It's good of her to come up with her own conspiracy for this conspiracies episode, to be fair.
Yeah.
Scarlett
It's
Moffat.
like, John, finally to you.
It was good of her. Well, because of the good news from Boris Johnson this week that festivals will be allowed to open to the general public, I am not going.
But to be fair, John, it's kind of your fault.
It is my fault. I dilly-dallied, went for the Leeds ticket, bang, sold out. So this
You
is
literally had it in your basket as well, didn't you? It was,
Yeah. As well as a call for Josh to get Neil on. Was it Neil? Yeah.
Yeah.
Find me a Leeds Saturday ticket, please. Anyone. I will pay the
Me
money.
and Josh are off on Leeds Fest on
that
the
you
Saturday,
need.
and John's not coming.
I'll pay the.
Friday as well.
I'll pay the money you need. The sell value. I'm not going over the odds. Let's be real. Unless it was the Sunday that KSI's on.
It's the Friday.
Yeah. Sunday
KSI's
for
on
Reading, Friday for Leeds. So yeah, if anyone watching wants to give me their Saturday Leeds ticket, I'll be eternally grateful. But let's end on that positive that everything's reopening again. Hopefully, fingers crossed. June the 21st, everyone's out clubbing and partying. Stormzy.
That's it. Well, thank you for watching.
yeah.
Thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure.
And I can finally
Thank
go
you for
to
joining,
Leeds Fest,
like,
hopefully,
the
on
podcast
August
as per
the
usual,
28th.
lads. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully next week we might have a guest. This week felt a bit lonely actually, not interviewing someone, but I feel like we've had a good episode.
I think it's been good
make
fun.
it a bit
Been a good
different. You know what I
episode.
mean?
So yeah, you know the drill. Hashtag get Neil deGrasse Tyson on the podcast. We will post this on TikTok, so keep an eye on our TikTok if you haven't already. Link will be down below. So please like and subscribe, and goodbye.